Hi guys, thought I'd log on really quickly so I can give you guys an update or something. I actually just reserved my classes for fall 2020, and as of right now I'm taking professional writing, professional selling, consumer behavior, and introduction to statistics. So my classes, two of my classes run from September 8th to October 26th. And then my other two run from November 11th to December 19th. So they're like 7-week courses. So I'm so excited. I mean, my classes are reserved. I'm excited. And then I went to the payment center and I have an outstanding payment that's over $1,000, like $1,666. Between my accounts, I have like $1,500 to my name. So that was kind of disheartening to see that and go, oh my God, I am not working right now. And I just don't know what to do. So my mom's like, request more loans. And I had tried earlier and it was like, they're like, oh, you're fine. And I'm like, no, I need more financial aid. I knew I was going to need more financial aid. So at this point, I emailed her my advisor, and if she says there's no way for me to get more financial aid, if I can't get any more financial aid, I'm not going to be able to go to school in the fall. And that is really sad, and I'm trying really hard not to cry because I want to go to school in the fall. I want to get my bachelor's, and I don't know. I was so excited, and now seeing that, hey, you have this balance, it's like, well, I can't afford it. And even if I get a job, I don't think I'm going to make enough money to pay off the balance. And by the time fall semester is over. So I don't know what to do. So I really don't know. I'm going to have to find a job. And that's not something I'm really like thrilled about because it will make it that much harder for me to go to school. But I don't know. And I told my mom, I'm like, well, if I can't get more loans, then I just won't be able to go to school. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to say everything's going to be okay. We will find a way to do this. And instead she's like, oh, whatever. And it's like, I don't think she realizes how important this is to me. So, yeah, not the greatest news, but trying to think positive thoughts, maybe everything will work out. Maybe I will get more loans, and think confidently, and I'll get my bachelor's. So that's all I can do. So let's switch to happier news. Like, I actually went on a vacation. Well, I don't really want to call it a vacation. A couple weeks ago, my mom and my dad drove up to Mackinac City, And they had asked if my brother and I wanted to come along, and we said no because we did not know this was a thing that was happening until that morning. My dad's like, "You guys are coming?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to leave, you know?" It's not like it is where you can just like drop everything now, because now you have to make sure you have the masks, you have the sanitizer, you now have to know. But they went up to Mac City. They had fun. And then Sunday, we kind of went on a little adventure because my mom wanted to get out of Midland. And so we're like, okay, we'll go. And she wanted to go to Ollie's. And I'm like, I don't want to go to Ollie's again. Simply because... Okay. Got an email from my advisor. I said I didn't want to go to Ollie's again because we have gone there all the time since lockdown has started. And Ollie's is nice. I'm not going to knock Ollie's, but I've been to it so many times that I'm like, I don't want to go anymore. It's not like there's anything really there that I'm interested in. So I did not want to go to Ollie's. And so she's like, okay, well, I needed protein shakes because I drink cookies and cream Premier protein shakes. And so she's like, well, you need more. So let's go to Sam's Club because that's where we get the big boxes. Normally go to a Sam's Club in Saginaw, but Mom is not a big fan of the one in Saginaw. That one has a gas station, so it's nice, but the one in Saginaw is a little chaotic. And then she realized, oh, there's one in Mount Pleasant, which is closer. So we got my dad and we drove to Mount Pleasant, but before going to Mount Pleasant, my mom wanted to go drive through downtown Sanford to see the damage. It was very disheartening. Seeing it, like I shot some clips and you guys can see it. Where that play structure is, that's the park where I used to play softball, where I would go and play softball games against the team from Sanford. That was a park I used to play at as a kid. It's gone. It's all gone. But yeah, that was kind of disheartening. There was a little car museum there. That's gone. Restaurant's gone. Post office was flooded. Pretty much nothing. The hardware store that was there, they have moved to a different location on Saginaw, and they are trying to rebuild. We saw my cousin's house. That is supposed to be torn down, and they're going to sell the property, and he's going to move up here. So, yeah, it was kind of just a little bit disheartening, but then we went to but then we did go to Mount Pleasant, and we went to the Sam's Club there, which was really cool. It was I think it was the same size as the one in Saginaw, but it just did not feel as hectic. It did not feel as crowded. It was a very pleasant experience. Of course, my mom, you go to Sam's Club and it's a bulk store, so my mom spends all this money, and our total is like $212, which honestly is not that bad. And my dad's like, what the hell? And my mom's like, really? It's not that bad. And so... And then we get in the car and we're like, where do we want to go? Because it's a nice day, lockdown's kind of lifted. We're still on lockdown, but it's not like hardcore. We're in phase 4 of Michigan reopening. And my mom's like, let's go do something fun. And I'm like, I want to go to Frankenmuth because there's a record store there my brother wanted to go to. And so we're like, yeah, we'll go to Frankenmuth, which is on the opposite side of where we were. So we were in the car for... it took us 40 minutes, maybe 50, to get to Mount Pleasant, including our visit to Sanford. And it took another 20, 30 minutes to get from Mount Pleasant to Frankenmuth. So we basically, did a little zigzag thing. And on the way, we stopped at McDonald's, which is rare because I'm not a big McDonald's fan. I actually love Wendy's more than McDonald's. Oh my gosh, Wendy's is so good. But we stopped and got McDonald's in the car, and my dad wanted to go get popcorn because there's a store called the Popcorn Wagon there that sells dill pickled popcorn and fruit salad popcorn. So we drove past the record store and it wasn't open. So we only went to River Place, which is the outdoor shopping mall. But it was so much fun because it's been so long since we've been able to, my mom and my dad went to Mackinac City and they had a blast. And my mom did say that she's going to try to get me up there to Mackinac Island sometime this summer because I really want to do something this summer. Either go up north for a day or go to Michigan's Adventure. which I don't still know if it's opening yet. My mom says they're probably waiting to see how Cedar Point does because Michigan's Adventure is owned by Cedar Fair, which owns Cedar Point. So, and they're reopening Cedar Point in Sandusky. So they're probably watching to see how Cedar Point in Ohio does before they open up Michigan's Adventure here. So, she did say she would try to get me to do something really fun. Like, Frankenmuth was just like this cute little thing. So we just went to River Place and we just walked around. My dad got his popcorn. My mom got a book. We went to the Funky Skunk, which is awesome because that is an Irish themed store. And I loved going to the Irish themed store on Mackinac Island. They have a little one there. And I really like going to Irish stores. It's so much fun, and my mom really enjoys it. And so we went to Funky Skunk, and it was really cool because my mom wants to get my mom and I both want to get new Clawdog rings. I have two. One really cheap one that changes color, another one that's sterling silver from Ireland with a little fake emerald in it. But I want to get a sterling silver one with an amethyst in it because that's my birthstone. And most of my jewelry is like purple based. And also I want to get a nicer one than the one I have because my plan is because of my Irish heritage. Instead of just having the guy who proposes to me buy me an engagement ring, I just want to use a Clawdog because that is actually the traditional Irish engagement ring. So I would really just like to have my Clawdog be my engagement ring and just make it that much more easier on the guy. That's less money to spend. You know, I mean, more money on the wedding, but he's not paying for an engagement ring because I already have one. I've had it my whole life, and I think it would just be nicer, you know? So that's what I would love to do. So that's why I want to get a nicer one. And, you know, I found one at Funky Skunk. It was probably $80. That's also one of the really nice things about Clawdog rings is you can get really nice ones that are relatively inexpensive, you know? You don't have to pay like a couple $100s for a really nice Clawdog ring. You can get really nice ones for like under $100. So that's a really good thing. My mom found a really cool one for $72. So that's why I love Clawdog rings so much. And now it is raining. It is a gloomy, cloudy day, and I thought I'd jump on really quickly to vent a little bit about school. I'm kind of behind because I still need to do Spanish, so that's what I'm going to go do. So, excuse me. I will talk to you guys later in the week. Bye. Alright. I would like to submit to the courts that 2020 is cursed. And I will prove why. This is our bathroom. Forgive the grody-ness of it. But, can you see? Can you make up the few drops? Can you hear it? This is not what it sounded like a little bit ago. It's coming in through the fan. Oh my gosh, look at, oh! I don't know if that was always there, but you can see it on the walls. Oh my flippin'. Oh my gosh, look at it over the door. Oh my flippin' sweet mother of God. Hi guys, it is Friday, time to fill the ending of the vlog. Full disclosure, I honestly thought about just scrapping the vlog for this week because it started out on such a high note, getting to go to Frankenmuth, trying a new Sam's Club, you know. I got my fabric for my ears. I made my new layer ears. I made those last night. It is so cool looking down and seeing I have 4 pairs of Minnie Mouse ears. But except for like Frankenmuth and being able to make my ears, it seems like the entire week has just gone down, completely down the hill, you know? Finding out, getting excited because I could reserve my classes for fall, and then finding out I owe over $1,000 for the fall semester, which I don't have. I have been frantically trying to find any sort of job I think I could do while I'm going to school, which would be hard because I have tried working and going to school at the same time. I do not think I can handle that amount of pressure, but It's like, what do I do? I actually sent a request to financial aid because you can request more loans. So I requested, more loans to cover that amount that I owe. And I get an email back saying I can't request any more loans because they've given me all they can legally give. I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? And I'm having a breakdown. I'm freaking out. My mom and I are fighting about this. Turns out, thanks to our lovely politicians in Washington, they changed the college loan guidelines to make it harder for people like myself and some of my brother's friends to get money to get loans to cover their expense of going to college. So basically, people like us who can't really afford to go to college and depend on these loans and able to go get a higher education to get a degree, we're being punished and saying, oh, we'll give you loans, but we're not going to give you enough to cover everything. So that means I will have that much money, and it also means I will probably have to pay for all my textbooks, which again, I'm not really in a position where I can do that, but I'm not ready to throw in the towel just yet. So I'm going to go today, see how much it would be per month, how much a payment plan is, and hopefully go talk it over with my mom, and hopefully I'll still be going to school in the fall and getting my bachelor's degree within a couple years. So kind of still shaky on that. I'm sure you saw the clip earlier, which my brother didn't actually want me to film it, but I did anyway. We had a little interesting thing happen Wednesday. I had used the restroom, my brother went in to use it, and he discovered that the ceiling of our bathroom was leaking. And it wasn't just leaking, it was like a steady rain. Come to find out, the apartment above ours, their toilet overfilled. So it flooded like their bathroom and almost their entire apartment, which meant it was leaking into our bathroom, and then even started dripping out of my brother's fire smoke detector. So that was fun. We got a new light out of it. We got a new light for our bathroom because we couldn't use the electricity in the bathroom at all Wednesday after it happened. We were able to start using it again Thursday, yesterday. So we got a new light, and my brother got a new smoke detector. And then the maintenance man, who's really, really nice, he asked my mom if we would ever consider moving to one of the upgraded apartments, because a couple of years ago, I think, every time a tenant moved out, they would like do an apartment remodel and put in like new appliances, new lights. I think they did some new window work and stuff like that, and just redid like pretty much the entire apartment, like new carpeting, I think new windowsills, so everything's just like pretty and nice, and they're completely upgraded. And I think ours is one of the only ones that isn't, because we have been here, I want to say I was 20 when we moved here. So it's been 12 years since we moved in here. So we moved in here and we've been in here for 12 years. So they haven't been able to come in and redo it. So this needs to be redone to match the rest of it, but they can't do that until we move out. So yeah, he asked my mom, he's like, would you guys consider moving? He's like, yeah, my mom, we'd love to move into one of the newer apartments. It would be nice. And yes, I rearranged my room. I got a desk I'm going to put there. I'm finally getting a desk because I thought that would be great for school. So I have a desk and a chair. So yeah, this week has been totally crazy, but look at my plants. I got some strawberry plants. Oh, you guys can't see them. Hold on, I have a better idea. I can change my camera, so ta-da! Look at my plants. I got some strawberry plants, roses, still nothing. Some strawberries, and forget-me-nots. My mom thinks this plant here is lavender. I've been calling it chamomile. We don't know what it is. So yay, my plants are blooming. Like I said, I got my fabric to make my layout ears. That was expensive fabric. I ended up having to order through Etsy. I liked the fabric I got through Etsy. It was just really, really expensive to order through Etsy. So I like the fabric. I'm not sure. I think Etsy might be my fabric source of last resort, because just to get that much fabric was almost $60. So I'm like, yay, the ears are going to be, it will be less expensive for me to make my DIY ears. It was less expensive, but not by much, just to make one pair of layer ears. And I'm bummed because my sewing pencil doesn't work, so I had to use gel pen, and you can actually see the purple gel pen I use to trace out the ears. But they turned out pretty good. I think I was like, did I put the bow on upside down? I didn't. So I have to cross off my Leia ears. That means the ears I still have planned to make are droid ears, Kawaii Avengers ears, or like Iron Man. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Spider-Man, Detroit Lions, Michigan State Spartans, Mackinac Island, or just Michigan ears, and another pair of marble ears, which I don't know what they're going to be yet. I was thinking Black Widow, but there's not a lot of Black Widow fabric I could use to make ears, so I am still thinking about that. But yeah, this week has just kind of been like a few highs, but a lot of like crashing down to the ground, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I was like, I'm an eternal optimist. So everybody's like, oh, I'm so tired of 2020. And I'm like, no, 2020 is great. I mean, I'm going back to school in 2020. You know, it can still be a good year. And at this point, I'm like, oh my God, thank God the year is half over. I am ready for 2020 to be over. I am ready for it to be 2021. I am just ready for this year to be over. I mean, I am done. But another good piece of news, my mom and I are getting our haircuts next week. My mom has been dying to get her haircut. I have been like, I'm just going to grow my hair out, but I'm like, it's supposed to be like 90 degrees. I am doing races this year. So why don't I just go, and it's kind of a tradition for me in summer to pretty much get my hair chopped off, and then I just grow it out and then get it trimmed in like February, and I just keep growing it out again till summer. Because I love my long hair. But at a certain point, it looks ridiculous, and I always have to have it pulled back because it doesn't look nice unless it's pulled back. You guys have probably seen that, where I've done a vlog, I've done something after washing my hair, and it looks horrendous. So she was desperately trying to find some place to go in. Our go-to place is usually Smart Style. The past couple of times, we haven't really had, particularly my brother and I, we haven't had that great experiences getting our hair cut. I love going there to get my eyebrows done, which I will hopefully be doing in a few months, just not right now. But the last few times, they haven't really done our hair the way we wanted it to be done. My brother and I, and my mom especially when it comes to our hair, is very protective. So, which is very weird. I don't know what she's going to do when I move out on my own and I have to go get my hair cut on my own. She might freak out a little bit, because even when I was in college and I would go get my hair cut on my own and I would get highlighted, especially when I went to Smart Style, if she was working, she would take a break to come check on my hair. So it's very weird. My mom is very protective of my hair. So I don't know what she's going to do when I have to go get it cut when I grow up and move out. But she's like, let's try something different, you know, a private salon, you know, one that's not a franchise. So I posted on the Ask Midland Facebook page, and I got a huge amount of recommendations from places like Pinconning and Saginaw and Hemlock and Auburn. And I'm like, let's stick within Midland County. I found a salon out in Sanford, not too far from where we live, just up the road in Sanford. And it's like $15 just to get a haircut. And I'm like, I'm going to try, and I was doing this with my mom, and my mom said that sounded like not too bad of a price. So I'm like, okay, I'll call them. Because my mom was like, she wanted to get a haircut like right away, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that that's going to be kind of impossible right now because everybody's trying to get their hair cut. So I went in and I called them, and they had they had 2 openings for next Thursday. So we're going to go get our haircut on July 2nd. I'm doing mine will be at 2:45. My mom's is at 3:15, and we're just going to go together because I made the appointments for both of us. So, yay! I think I found a hairstyle. I think what I'm going to do is, I don't think I've done this since I was like little, but I hated when I was little because my mom would always get my hair cut, and I always had to have like a very severe bob or a very like boyish cut. I don't mind having short hair. I just want it to still be very feminine. So I'm not a big fan of pixie cuts. I don't like bobs at all. Oh my gosh, I am so sick and tired of bobs. But I do want to see how far, since I've lost weight, pushing my hair. So I'm thinking I might get it cut to like here or something. I don't know. I found a picture. I'm just not sure what length would work with my face because I'm not sure if I have an oval face. I think I have an oval face. I am not sure. I think it's oval. It's definitely oval. It's not round. So, might have to research my haircuts. So, next time you guys see me, I will not have this long hair, I will have short hair, which will probably be nice. So with that, I'm going to get going for the week. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.